which is solid principles in software engineering, and this is most frequently asked interview question. So we have five essential guidelines that enhance the software design and making code more maintainable and scalable. We need to follow these guidelines while developing the application. First is stands for single responsibility principles. That means when whenever we are using class, that class should have only one reason to change. It should be only one reason for change. For example, imagine a baker who is responsible for baking bread, and the baker's role and his or her task is only baking the bread, uh, ensuring the bread is high quality, properly baked, and meets the bakery standards. Then another principle is stands for the open closed principles. That means open for extension but closed for modification. While we should be able to extend the class behavior without modifying it. For example, imagine you have a class called payment processor, and that processes the payments for an online store. Initially, the payment processor class only supports processing payments using credit cards. However, you want to extend its functionality that it also supports the processing payments using PayPal and UPI likewise. So we just need to add new payment process to create PayPal payment processor or UPI payment processor, which extends the payment processor class. We don't need to modify directly payment processor class. Then another third rule is LS code substitutional principle, which is introduced by Barbon Lescaut in 1987. So according to him, derived class or child classes must be substitutable for their base or parent classes. Like if class B is a subtype and class A subtype of a class A, then we should be able to replace object of A with the B without breaking its behavior. Subclass should extend the capability of a parent class, not narrow it down. For example, principle is the rectangle having four sides. Like a rectangle's height can be any value, width can be any value. A square is a rectangle with the equal width and equal height. So we can say that we can extend the properties of a rectangle class into square class. Only the difference is that in square both width and height should be same, and in rectangle both are different. Then another principle is I. I stands for interface segmented or segregation principles. Like in Java, we are using interfaces that should be such that client should implement the unnecessary functionality they do not need. Client should not implement the unnecessary functionality they do not need. Like suppose if we enter a restaurant, we are if suppose I am pure vegetarian, the waiter in the restaurant gave you a menu card which includes only vegetarian item. There is no need to check for the non-vegetarian item for vegetarian person. Like this. Then last principle is dependency inversion principle. Which states that class should be dependent on a principal rather than the concrete classes, because class have abstract methods and we can implement classes as much as we want. Uh, Class provides high level modules which should not depend on the low level modules. Both should depend on abstractions. For example, in software development team, developers depends on abstract version of a